Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Linker Kenobi. And before we get started, I would like you guys please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, here's the title. Hollywood is collapsing. Film and television productions drop dramatically in California as studios leave Golden State. So, it's like I said, dude. Hollywood has been collapsing because ever since they've been trying to go with politics, identity politics, woke nonsense, and everything on movies, shows, cartoons for kids. It has been a major disaster, bro. A major disaster. And now that with Trump being president of the United States now, Hollywood has been panicking even more. If you saw my last article about that Chris Columbus, the director of Home Alone and Home Alone 2, Chris Columbus wished he removed Trump's cameo in the Home Alone 2 movie because he hates Donald Trump. And that's how much Hollywood is so messed up right now. So let's get into this article and I'll let you guys know how it is. See, it's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it's real. Hollywood is quietly collapsing. For all the glitz premieres and red carpets that still dot Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles, the beating heart of the American entertainment industry is bleeding out in silence. Beneath the facade of celebrity and prestige lies a production crisis that, if unchecked, could render Tinseltown a relic of its past. The numbers don't lie. The first quarter of 2025 brought a brutal 22% drop in on-location filming compared to last year. According to a report released by Film LA, the nonprofit group that handles filming permits in the city and country, TV production, once a stable economic engine for the region, plunged by nearly 50% against the 5-year average. 13 pilots shot in LA this year, a record low. Isn't that a bump in the road? It's the normal. It's the new normal. The root cause, a perfect storm of post-strike stagnation, cost cutting by studios, and a global arms race of tax incentives that California is losing. Meanwhile, competitors like Australia are experiencing a 14% boost in the production volume, with countries like Slovakia and Austria symphonying of post-production work by offering 66 to 90% cost savings on scoring music alone. If we don't act, the California film and TV industry will become the next Detroit Auto. Wanted Noel Slimman of the Stay in LA campaign during a recent industry town hall. The comparison is chilling but apt. Like Detroit, Los Angeles built its identity and economic infrastructure around one dominant industry, and like Detroit, it now risks being hollowed out by that same industry's flight to cheaper pastures. The crisis runs far deeper than the film sets. Sound stages are echoing with emptiness. Average occupancy rates have dropped to 63%, down from 69% last year. Scoring stages, once vibrant with orchestras recording for blockbuster hits, are operating at a fraction of their capacity. In 2022, during the peak of peak TV, LA Studios booked 127 scoring days. In 2025, just 11, not even a dozen. Post-production, once the last bastion of California's entertainment dominance, is finishing. ADR supervisors, sound editors, and visual effects artists are now in survival mode, often working only a few months a year, if at all. Even if movies shot somewhere else, they always came back to California to post. That has not been the case anymore for some time, said Oscar-winning sound editor Karen Baker Landers. That exit is costing not just creative jobs, but also the livelihoods of support industries, from the caterers to dry cleaners to studio suppliers. The state's response has been reactive, not proactive. Lawmakers are scrambling to expand California's tax credit program, which currently excludes entire categories like half-hour comedies, animated series, and short-form content. New bills propose to raise the credit to 35% and include scoring post-production and large-scale non-reality competitive competition shows. But as sound editor Karen Landers pointed out, other states like New York and Louisiana already have caveats for post-production. California is late to do a game after others have been playing aggressively for years. So, film The Police LA. Tourism on Hollywood Boulevard has absolutely collapsed over the past 5 months. The tour van operators tell me it's due to international tourism nosediving. People from overseas just aren't coming. Of course. Even the recent wildfires that ravaged Pacific Palisades and Altadena, while tragic only briefly disrupted production, the film's LA data shows that just 1.3% of the regional filming occurred in those areas over the last 4 years. The real destruction isn't from flames, but from inaction, inept leadership, and political destruction. Stone still clings to the belief that California will bounce back. That belief may be misplaced. The studios don't care where they do the work, said California Senator Ben Allen. They're still producing shows and they are just not in the California. The work hasn't dried up, it's moved. What's worse, this collapse is being felt hardest by the middle class, crews, artists, and technicians who don't headline variety but who built Hollywood brick by brick. This isn't about pampered studio executives or red carpet elites, as Assemblyman Rick Silver. This is a job program that is keeping people in their homes, keeping people off the unemployment rolls. If those jobs vanish, so does the industry's foundations. Well, maybe if you start going back into entertainment again, going back into entertaining people again, instead of forcing identity politics and woke nonsense into these shows and movies, maybe you will get back to work in Hollywood. That's something that they need to start doing, especially for Marvel and Disney. And DC for a fact, because DC is becoming a big of a mess right now. So they need to get their act together, man. If not, it will be a total collapse. Hollywood's collapse isn't cinematic, it's bureaucratic. It's slow, it's painfully quiet, but make no mistake, it's happening. And unless California leadership acts decisively with more than just temporary tax tweaks, LA may find itself walking the path as Detroit, a city of what once was. The slop that has dropped from Hollywood over the last 5 years simply isn't what Americans are willing to eat anymore. And that's the problem, dude. It's like I said before many of times. You have to start going back into entertainment again. I mean, you got actors like Tom Cruise, who's the executive producer. He is trying his very best to entertain people. You got Top Gun Maverick, that was a huge success, which I did not want to happen. Nobody didn't ask for a remake, but the movie was that good. Mission Impossible movies, and then you had movies that I went to watch. You had The Death of a Unicorn. I watched it. It didn't make money, but it was entertaining enough to watch. I mean, you had The Amateur that was out there. You had The Black Box. You know, those are movies that you want to try to entertain again. You want to get people to start getting entertained again. Not putting all this nonsense in there, bro. Like what happened with Snow White or Captain America, the Brave New World, or the Marvels, or I mean, or shows like the National Treasures TV series or Willow. You know, that's something that you guys got to start. They got to start doing right now. Hollywood needs to get back into entertainment and just drop all this DI woke nonsense. You do that, you will get people back into watching more good movies. And you will start creating jobs again. So that's going to be it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate it very much. And thank you all for being part of the channel. So please share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you all so much. And I'll be seeing you all until next time. Bye, everyone.